Hey people, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look right here. I really love this look. It has some serious neutrals on top, but then it has the very smoky, very dramatic under eye, and I was wanting to do a reverse wing, which I think I accomplished okay. And it also has those inner corners that are extended, so it's just this very kind of cool, smoky cat eye thing that we have going on here. And it can really help to uplift your eyes and just make your eyes look very gorgeous. It's a very complimentary look. If you want to see how I accomplished this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I already primed and set my eyelids. I used the Hard Candy eyeshadow primer, which is right here, and I just set it with a neutral shadow to help me not skip lines. And I've already applied my shadow shields, obviously. And you don't have to use these, but I just felt like I wanted to have the extra help considering the look I'm gonna be doing today. The first shadow that I'm gonna go in with is from Makeup Geek, and most of these will probably be from Makeup Geek, just by the way. The first shadow that we're gonna go in with is Creme Brûlée by Makeup Geek, and I'm gonna be putting it on with my Morphe M441 fluffy brush. And we're just buffing this into the crease to give our eyes some definition and give us our first transition shade. The next shade that I'm going to go in with is Frappe by Makeup Geek, which is kind of like a step darker. And I'm going to put this in my crease from the outer to inner corner using the Morphe M433 brush, staying more precise in the crease now. And as always, in between each shade, I go back in with my Morphe M443 fluffy brush and I buff everything and blend everything together. Next, I'm going to go in with this Makeup Geek eyeshadow called Cabin Fever, which is another kind of, well, this is probably more than one step darker. It's a couple steps darker. But we're going to start putting things in the outer corner, maybe a little bit in the outer crease. We're not going to go very dramatic on the lids because we're going so dramatic on the under eyes, and that's really what we want to focus the attention for this eye look on. So just going to pat that on the outer corner. And then once I have the product on there, I will buff it around to the area that I need it. And now we blend. Now I'm going to go in with a lid color, and this is from the Sephora Moon Shadow Baked palette. This does have a shimmer, kind of a glittery light shimmer shade that I'm really wanting. So it's this shade right here, and on camera it kind of looks like a pinky champagne-y type of a shade, which I guess it is. And it's called Peach. Yeah. I will be applying that to my lid using the Morphe M167 flat shader brush, and I am going to dampen it with water. So for after I put on my lid color, I always do blending. But what I have started to do is to take this Morphe M506 brush, which is a little smaller, a lot smaller than this fluffy brush, which there's nothing wrong with using this one. Absolutely not. It's what I've been doing forever. However, if you use this guy here, you don't blend away as much of that lid color, and you don't have to reapply as much once you're done blending, because you have to blend. You can't not blend in order for things to look good. So I have gravitated towards using this little guy in order to blend and soften the edges of my crease color with my lid color. We are now going to start the reversed wing that we're going to do today. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline New York Eye Studio Gel Eyeliner in black, and I'm going to be using my little Tarte pencil eyeliner brush, and I do dampen it with water before I put it into the eyeliner to make it glide on easier. If you're going to use these eyeshadow shields, another thing that's going to help you out by using these is if you leave a gap in between the bottom of this lash line and the shadow shield itself so that you have skin here. Because this way you can follow the shape of the shadow shield, which is helping you to make your wing, and connect it and make sure it's connected from bottom to top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on my bottom lash line here and come up, kind of following the natural shape of my eye and the way that I have the shadow shield on here. And I'm not going all the way to the inner corner yet because I still have all my other makeup to put on. I just want to get it started on this outer corner here, and then connecting it later once all the rest of our face makeup is on is gonna be easy. So keep this very close of a line to your shadow shield because we're not doing like a typical wing onto your top lid. I'm just following this all the way up, not quite all the way up to the end of the shadow because I want some wiggle room, but I'm stopping pretty short, like right here before that eyeshadow ends, because you want to try and make this like a point later, and you need some wiggle room to do that. So we're going to buff this out, and I'm gonna use the Morphe M213 brush right here. I use it a lot for buffing. And I'm gonna be using the Makeup Geek shadow called Corrupt, and this is just a black. So you're going to coat that top edge of the brush, and we're gonna start smoking. But again, keep it for the most part here. Don't go all the way in because you're just gonna, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with when you have the rest of your makeup to put on. Use this to sort of smoke that out there and get that point going for the end of your liner. And then we are going to connect in the very corner there of the top of your lid. Not going all the way in, all the way out like normal with the eyeliner. We're just connecting it right here. So now we're going to remove the shadow shields. Now we're going to put a coat of mascara on our top lashes, and I'll be using the Huge Extreme Lash Mascara from Stila. Okay, I will be going in with lashes today, and the ones I'll be using are from Velour, and they're called Extra Oomph. I've used these before, and they are not a full set of lashes. They are lashes that are kind of like half lashes, and they're made to accentuate the outer corners of your eye. And with this look, that's really what I want to do. So these are the ones I'll be using today. The glue that I'm going to be using will be that duo glue that you can get from Walmart, Target, pretty much any drugstore that you can find. Okay, so the lashes are on, and we're going to leave our eyes alone for a little bit and start on the face. I'm first going to prime my skin using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Next, I'm going to go in with my Tarte CC with my Tarte CC cream, the under eye corrector that I always use to cancel out the blues and purples of my dark circles and the brown spots on my forehead. And I will be applying that using this e.l.f. shader brush. Any sort of shader brush like this will do, but this one was like $2 or $3 at Walmart. So I start on my inner corner. It's hard to not forget your inner corner because it's not really something that you see. But if you have dark circles like me, that is a prime spot to make sure that you cover up. And of course, we already have some of this eye makeup here, so you're gonna, of course, kind of work around it and not put this CC cream on top of it. And using this brush with the point and the flat edge will make it easier for you to work around the shadow that you already have on your eye. Next, I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I'm going to go in with my Ultra HD concealer from Makeup Forever, and just going to put this all over the typical areas of my face since I'm not going to be using any foundation today. And I will be blending all of this in using my damp Real Technique sponge. And again, just be careful with that point. Don't get too pad happy. Is that the word I'm looking for? Maybe. You don't want to get any of that foundation or concealer into the eye makeup that you have right now. Next, we're going to be setting all of this using the original RCMA Makeup No Color Powder, and I will be applying that onto my face using that Real Technique sponge dampen that I just used. Now we're going to set these under eyes, and I'm going to be using that e.l.f. Under Eye Brightening Powder that I have in my little Laura Mercier container right here. And I will be applying that with the Sigma Tapered Highlighter Brush in F35. And again, just make sure to avoid the best you can the areas that you have eyeshadow already. Now I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, and I will be using the I will be filling in my brows today using the Loreal Brow Stylist Shape and Fill, and I will be using the color Light Brunette. Alright, so now it is time to finish up the eyes. So we're going to go back in with that black gel eyeliner from Maybelline that we used before, and this little pencil eyeliner brush from Tarte. And we're going to coat that brush. And we are now going to continue this bottom lash line black that we have all the way into the inner corner. Stay very, very close and tight to your lash line with this, because we're going to buff it out, and when you go too thick with the liner and then you buff it out, sometimes it can get way thicker than you want it to. So just put a very thin, even line underneath that lash line, connecting the black where we left off to our inner corner. And now we're going to line our bottom waterline, and I'll be using the Marc Jacobs Highliner in Blacquer. And just the bottom waterline, we're gonna kind of use the black here when we smudge out everything as well. So we're gonna go back in with that little Morphe M213 brush that we used for the black to begin with, and that black eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. And we're going to just tap the very end of the brush, and you're only gonna use the very end of this brush because we do not wanna make the rest of this thick. And you're just going to smudge it, staying close to the lash line. Okay, so now we have everything smudged out underneath and connected the way that we want it. We are now going to tightline with the Marc Jacobs Highliner in Blacquer as well. And make sure you go all the way to your inner corner as well when you're tightlining. And I mean the tight line of your inner corner. So now we're going to get kind of creative with this inner corner. I want to extend that inner corner a little bit with this look. I really like that pointed, dramatic, you kind of see it a lot in like Arabic makeup, and it looks cool. So we're gonna take the same eyeliner and eyeliner brush and sort of just extend that inner corner. And we're going to start extending from the top waterline, not the bottom, to begin with. And you kind of see the reason that I wanted to make sure that you did the tight lining all the way to your inner corner, because then it kind of ties into the very thin line of eyeliner that we do here to make that inner corner extend out. So then you're going to take that point as far out as you want, and now we're going to connect it to the bottom line. And you are going to fill in that tiny little triangle if you have one left of skin. We want it black too. Okay, so there is something that I recommend that you do that I did not. I did not highlight my inner corners before I did the corner eyeliner. I can totally recommend that you highlight those inner corners before you do this. To highlight my inner corners and my brow bone, I am going to go into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm going to go in with these two shades right here called Enlight and Beam. So for my inner corner, I am going to go in with those two shades, and I'm going to use the Morphe E36 brush, which I always use for my inner corners. And I'm going to kind of go around everything that I have already eyelined the best that I can. I'm probably going to have to go in there and touch up some stuff that gets covered up again. Next, we're going to put a coat of that Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara just on our bottom lashes. And the eyes are done. Okay, so now we're going to finish up the face. And the first thing I'm going to be going in with is my Tarte Matte Waterproof Bronzer in Park Avenue Princess. And I'm going to be applying that to my face using the Kat Von D brush in number 4. Yes, number 4. So the size and the way that this brush is made is going to kind of give you a light contour. I don't like to do a heavy contour, as I'm sure I've said a lot of times before, because my face can look so skinny. But this size and shape will give you a light one if you're not good at contouring, or if you don't like contouring your face like me. And I'm now going to take that bronzer down my neck using this Morphe E41 brush, and I like to take it down my neck to connect to my jawline, and then down my chest, however far the shirt that I'm wearing may go. Next, I'm going to go in with blush, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12 Hour blush, and this is in the color Seduce. I just wanted a very light pink on the cheeks. And I will be applying that to my cheeks using this big angled Morphe brush. Now we're going to apply highlight, and I will be using my Fenty Beauty highlight today. And I have the one that, I will be using the Kilowatt double-sided one that I have here. And this is in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. First, I'm going to apply the Lightning Dust to the areas of my cheeks that I want to highlight, and then on top of that, I will put the Fire Crystal. The brush that I use to highlight my face generally is the Morphe M501 brush. Now we're gonna go in with that second coat to bling it up a little bit. I'm now going to set these eyebrows using the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. For lipstick, I'm going to go in with Bite Beauty's Amuse Bouche lipstick, and I'm going to be using the color Date. It's kind of a nude, a little darker of a nude than I think I normally wear. I think that some sort of a nude would go really good with this eye look. That's a very pretty color. It may be a little more corally or pink than I wanted. I'm not sure. But I'm going to put a coat of lip gloss on it. I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs Lip Lacquer in Skin Deep. Yeah, I like that much better. I like what that Skin Deep did to it. It took some of that coral out, but it's still a very nice prominent nude. And then do our little finger sucking trick. Just to keep that lipstick off of your teeth, ladies. I'm going to be setting all of this on my face using the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. And dry it on my face with my fan. Alright people, so this is the finished look. I really like these eyes. It's a very, very complimentary look, I think, for a lot of people. And the colors on top are not super, super crazy, so that all of the attention that you want is drawn appropriately. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click that little bell down below, and it will notify you anytime that I upload a new video. I will see you next time.